3 months ago, in the month of March, we sold $8,500 worth of sales on eBay, and we sold about 390 to 400 items for that month. And if you fast forward to the month of June, we are on pace to do about $19,000 in sales and selling anywhere between 850 to 950 items. I wanted to bring you guys into this point of view of the types of items I'm picking up that enabled me to double my sales, and it really had to do with this one input, was sourcing. About 3 months ago, I started to get a big picture view of my business to figure out how I wanted it to look and what I could do to increase sales. Obviously, falling below the $10,000 a month in sales mark was big red flags and warnings as I was building another business, but it also, brought me to the point of feeling like I needed to make a big pivot in this business. So I really focused on the thing that really moved the lever, pushes the ball down the field, and that is sourcing. So I really had to reanalyze at the types of the items that I was picking up, and that meant that I needed to start paying up for items. I was spending about $1,000 a month on inventory, and I knew that wasn't cutting it. So by raising my cost of goods, I was able to essentially double my sales in just about 3 months. So, which is a blessing, but I want to be able to give you guys some inspiration and some hope that you too can do the very same thing just by focusing on the quality of the items you're picking up. That means focusing on sell-through rate. Before you make any purchase, if you're buying items individually, you need to make sure that you are finding the sell-through rate that's going to work for you and your business. So I'm going to be going over the bread and butter items that I know you can find that are going to sell for at least $15 to $20 plus shipping, and I have some other special items sprinkled in that hopefully you guys can find as well. But I wanted to make this video more relatable. I don't want to be bringing out just the specialized items that you would never find, because that really does nobody any good. I want to go over the bread and butter items that you're probably passing up that I've been continually selling over these last 3 months that really helped me double my sales, which is a blessing. Thank you. So I want to be able to share the good news with you guys. Here are some BKE women's jeans. BKE does much better in men's, but these are some women's Peyton jeans. Let's see. Yeah, they're definitely women's. The pockets are really shallow. So these are going to sell for about $20 plus shipping. I'll probably charge $24.99. They're a good size, 32R, and really nice. So BKE, if you find them in men's, you're going to be probably getting more like $30 to $35 plus shipping or more on those. So BKE is a good one, especially in jeans, to be picking up. And if you could find it in men's, that would be better. So I just sold a North Face fleece jacket just like this maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And I pretty much don't pick these up if they're like a size small, medium, or even large. But I will pick them up when they are a 3XL. So you can see here, 3XL. Something that's a plain item just like this in big sizes, you're going to want to pick it up. I just sold one a couple weeks ago for $30 plus shipping. So this is almost the same exact model and style. I will list it for $30, and there we go. 3XL is going to have a much higher sell-through rate than something that is the same item in a size small. So be aware of the sizes of the types of items that you're picking up. I mean, generally good rule of thumb for women's tops and for men's button-up and tops, the bigger the size, the better, especially when it comes to like Tommy Bahama, Ralph Lauren. This is a men's jacket. You're going to see a lot of jackets because I've been sourcing and selling a lot of jackets. This is a good brand to get familiar with. 555 Soul, a streetwear brand. This is a men's jacket, size large, and just a nice, decent pickup here that I'll probably get at least $20 to $30 plus shipping on. I'm picking up jackets because the competition at most of my thrift stores when it comes to jackets is very low. No one's picking them up. I live in the Pacific Northwest. It rains here 11 out of 12 months, so there's a lot of jackets to source. So I'm definitely picking up jackets year round and listing them year round. This brand, Joe's Jeans, you can easily get $20 plus shipping. This is a nice pair of Joe's Jeans. The model is Brixton. So Brixton men's jeans by Joe's Jeans is a good pickup. I usually charge between $25 and $29 on these, and I accept all offers above $20. So this is another one, same thing, Prana. This is a pair of Prana men's jeans. You should be able to find a lot of these brands out there. Just a regular pair of Prana men's jeans, size 38, good size. I usually price these between $25 and $30 and accept anything above $20. What you want to do if you find Prana men's jeans is under the material tag, there is a style code. You'll want to type the style code into Google. So it would be typing in M4TH323 Prana into Google, and that's going to give you the exact name of these jeans that you could use for your title to help these sell for more money and sell faster. I would recommend doing that with every single pair of clothing you have, basically, when it's worth it, you know. This is a new with tags suede leather jacket. The brand isn't all that good, but it was hard to pass up for just a couple bucks. Newport Harbor, never heard of it. This was $12 new with tags. I should easily be able to get $25 to $30 plus shipping. The original price tag was $300, so that doesn't really mean anything. I've sold tons of new with tag items that say $1,000 on it and sell them for $5. So just because it has a high MSRP means nothing. So learn that lesson from the storage unit purchase I made a couple years ago. This is a really nice Golden State Warriors kind of track jacket by Nike. Has all the years they've won the championship, well, up until 2017. Nice. I mean, not bad. I should probably be able to get $20 plus shipping on this. So not too bad. And for context, I'm spending about $2,000 to $2,400 a month on inventory. I list 20 items a day. I list 560 items a month, and I'm selling 800, 900. We probably might even hit 1,000 items sold this month. And I'm going to be happy staying at 20 items a day, probably for the foreseeable future. I don't see myself listing anymore because I really just want to keep putting these quality items into the store and sell a lot of these older items. My store is shrinking. I have about 9,500 items, and my whole goal is to shrink down that store to get it to where I'm at least selling 2,500 items in a 90-day period, and I have hopefully maybe around 5,000 items at that point. So I'm trying to just eliminate all the fluff and all the junk in my store by doing aggressive markdown sales and accepting aggressive offers and replacing them with much better, greater items, you know, like these. Like I'm going with you, you know, most of the inventory was purchased in bulk, storage units, bales from thrift stores, and just the items aren't good. So I'm trying to just get rid of a lot of those. This is a really decent brand, new to me. The brand is Swerve. You could see it there. Just rough look at it. This should go for about $30 plus shipping. There's some performance pants. So whenever you can find like stretchy material like this, but they're chino pants, they're at least worth taking a look at. You know, there's brands like Proof, Ministry of Supply. Those are some more performance brands that you want to at least look into. So just seeing average comps of $30 plus shipping on this, I decided to pick it up. Swerve, not a bad brand, something that I learned new. I think every time you go out sourcing, you should make it a habit to learn a new brand that you can go out and source. So looking up things that you don't know, take the time to look it up to make sure that's not a brand you're passing up over and over again. I love picking these Wrangler Riggs workwear pants up because when they're stained and paint splattered and everything, that's great because most people are going to pass it up. I'll pick this up. This was $2, half price, Wrangler Riggs workwear, and it's okay if they're stained and have holes in the knees. It's fine. The only thing where I would pass on is if they have a hole a blowout in the crotch or in the butt area, I pass on those. But holes in the knees and some wear on the hems is fine. But these should at least go for $15, $20 plus shipping, even in this condition, because the buyer that's going to be wearing this is going to be working in them. So they don't care that they're a little bit beat up. This is another base bread and butter brand for me, and if you've seen these before, you've seen me pick up quite a few. It's Adriana Goldsmith. These are an easy $20 bill. At my thrift store, this was $2.50. So that's an easy pickup for me, Adriana Goldsmith. That is the Protégé model, and I usually price them between $25 and $29.95, depending on condition and style. This is a Mountain Hardwear windbreaker, kind of a rain jacket. Mountain Hardwear is just a good outdoorsy brand that I find all the time. If you're not familiar with what the tag looks like, that's what it looks like. I'm loading up on jackets. I'm still selling jackets. This is a good size large. So really nice shape, good condition. Should at least go for $20 plus shipping. I want to be able to bring more of these bread and butter items that I know you guys could find, because I'm trying to equip a lot of the beginners out there to be able to at least build a good foundation and knowledge base of the types of items to be picking up if you want to get into reselling clothing. This is a wool, 100% wool, full zip sweater by Nike. If it wasn't wool, this I would have totally passed up, because it's not really an amazing size. It's a size large. But because it was wool, I was able to feel and go, all right, well, that's worth picking up. I know I can at least get $20 plus shipping on this. So that is also a key important factor, is sometimes the brands aren't always good, but you have to be aware of the materials. Silk, linen, wool blends, Angora, things that are going to be making it worth picking up. So cashmere, obviously. So those are the things that you could start, looking into. Like maybe the brand isn't that good, but the material is. So that's going to be up to you whether you want to pick it up or not. You could also look it up on eBay, which is where you should start your research process anyways. Another New with Tags leather jacket. It's really hard for me to pass up New with Tag leather jackets, especially for $7.50. I should easily be able to get $25 for this. It's a Mazzoni New with Tags leather jacket. So I was like, well, I'll grab it. And if I have it by winter time, that's fine too. All right, so I picked these up when they're vintage, and I think they're only found in vintage, but it's just Levi's Action slacks. These are the Action jeans, actually. So Levi's for men Action jeans. Not an amazing thing to pick up, but I generally sell these for over $20 plus shipping. They are made in USA. So yeah. Made in USA, men's Levi's Action slacks or Action jeans. Generally been able to get over $20 plus shipping, and they sell relatively quick. A new brand that I learned is the brand Gooch. I think if you look for like the louder extreme patterns, they go for really good money. This is just a black kind of ruffle front button-up shirt. Nothing really too special other than it's silk, so that's nice. But look up Gooch men's shirts, and they often have crazy patterns over, on them, and they sell them between $50, $75 to $100. This I'll probably be able to get $30 to $40 plus shipping because it's silk, but because it doesn't have a crazy pattern on it, that's why I probably won't be able to get much more than that. But that's a new brand that I learned. Pretty cool. Decent sell-through rate. This is a 100% linen Tommy Bahama shirt. If I can find these that are more than like a large, then I'm going to pick it up. Tommy Bahama linen shirts are something that are going to be more in demand right now with spring ending and summer getting into full effect. So that was an easy pickup for me. This is another bread and butter brand for me, John Varvatos. This is just a John Varvatos men's size large button-up shirt. Should be able to get $15 plus shipping on this. So I find those all the time. You should be able to find those too. Another great brand, I think more like in jackets, you're going to want to pick these up. But just a button-up shirt by Barber, this should go for at least $20 plus shipping. It's a size medium, so not too great of a size. But Barber is a good brand that you should be able to find as well. You should be able to find this as well. It's a Patagonia men's flannel shirt. It's a size extra large. And you might just put in regular keywords like plaid, flannel, blue, pocket. But to take that to the next level, you're going to want to look at the material tag. And then under the material tag, you should be able to find a style code right here. It should say STY something, and you're going to want to type that into Google, and that will give you the name of the shirt, and then you'll use that name in your title. So that's a good one. Here's something you probably can find. If you can't find it, I would buy it. It's a new with tags Lily Pulitzer pull-on pants. It's called the Luxlectic size 8 new with tag pants. I did pay up for these. You're probably like, Bo, what are you thinking? I paid $30 for these. Over 100% sell-through rate, and these pants sell anywhere between $80 to $120 on eBay, new with tags. So I did make that investment. I do not mind paying up for items. I bought a pair of Nike shoes that I would have loved to show you. Oh no, let me go grab them. All right, so I bought these Nike Zoom X shoes. I don't know the exact model. Air Zoom Atom Knit shoes. Paid $40 for these, but there was 5 listed and 18 sold in the last 90 days. And I paid $40, and I saw comps were anywhere between $150 to $200. I priced mine at $175.95 because they do have, I mean, they're not like got a ton of wear, but they're just a little dirty on the bottom. And I don't buy a ton of used shoes, but I listed these yesterday, and I sold them this morning for $125 plus shipping. So, or $120 plus shipping. So, paying up for items, don't be scared to do it, because sometimes, you know, you're also out competing a lot of the competition, because probably most people wouldn't pay up $40 for these. But I had to look them up. So that was a nice sale. I'll be shipping those out. I guess the moral of the story and what's been transforming over the last 3 months is really losing the pride of not have, like, pay up for items, basically. Like, don't be afraid to. And if you know and the sell-through rate is there, it may be worth the investment. So that's kind of what I've learned. You know, I always used to like kind of take pride in like, I only spend $1 for each item. It's like, yeah, but everyone else is looking for those same items too. So when I started to raise my cost of goods up a little bit, I was just saying the quality of the items went up. I mean, that just makes sense. Duh. You're like, Bo, I know. But try it. Try maybe putting in a little bit more time into retail thrift stores if you just go to the bins or buy wholesale and start to incorporate that. Just a suggestion, you don't have to. This is a vintage Dry Joys FootJoy jacket. Really good condition, good shape. Should get $20 plus shipping on that. FootJoy polos probably stay away from, but the Dry Joys jackets and vests are good. I pick up a lot of sports stuff, pretty much anything sports, football especially, basketball, baseball. Pittsburgh Steelers windbreaker jacket, Sports Illustrated. It's a size large, so should be able to get $15 plus shipping on that one there, especially when football season picks up. Here's a Fighting Irish fleece quarter zip. Picked that up for a couple bucks. Happy to list that for $20, $25 plus shipping. And then I have an Ariat women's jeans, bread and butter. In men's, obviously better, but for women, should be able to get $15, $20 plus shipping on those jeans. This is an Ed Hardy new with tags button-up shirt. Ed Hardy anything is a pickup for me. Has a really cool graphic on the front. Ed Hardy tattoo on the back, new with tags. This is what the tag looks like. If you can find Ed Hardy jeans, you should jump for joy and do a happy dance, because Ed Hardy jeans go for really good money. and they usually have some crazy embroidery on the back or the front. So Ed Hardy's a good one. Here's a vintage Type A2 fighter pilot jacket. This is a cool one. It is a little dirty. If you can find fighter pilot cockpit jackets that are leather, they go for like $400, $500, $600. So this is just a canvas cotton jacket, so this is going to go for like $30 to $50. But if you can find the leather cockpit jackets, you struck gold. Good job. But still a nice find nonetheless. This is a good one to be looking out for. Jam's World. Jam's World is known for having also extreme all over prints. These shirts can often sell for $100 plus, $150 plus shipping. This one doesn't have that of an extreme print, so I'll probably be able to get $50 to $75 for this one. But you're gonna wanna look out for this tag, Jam's World. And just type it into Google. Do a little research on this brand. It's a great brand to be picking up, and they are most known for their extreme all over prints. This is a bread and butter item that if it's in good condition and has a cool print, I think it's worth spending a couple bucks. And that's Tommy Bahama, size extra large, 100% silk, in good condition, all over Hawaiian floral print. Probably list that for 20 bucks plus shipping. So, and then the bigger size, the better when it comes to that brand. Size 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, in good shape. I would typically pass on the plain. If there's no print on it, I'm not picking up almost any Tommy Bahama unless it's like linen in a big size. So it has to have a print on it for me to pick it up. In my experience, I have a lot of Tommy Bahamas that are plain solid colors that are big sizes, but I can't even sell them for $1. So just not picking them up for me in my business. You can if you want. This is an Adidas track jacket. It is a UCLA Adidas full zip track jacket, size large. So a nice college-based item. I would probably pass on it if it didn't have that UCLA print on there. So I pick up these when I find them. I used to be able to get much more money for them. It's the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville button-up shirts. It's a nice size, large. Probably be able to get $30 to $50 depending on doing more research on like the pattern and stuff. But when he first passed away, I think I sold one of his shirts for close to $100. But the market obviously has gone down, so probably just about $30 to $50 right there. But anything Jimmy Buffett related probably is worth a pickup. This is a good just bread and butter nast. These shirts come and go. Last year, you could get 30 bucks plus shipping. Probably just going to be able to get $15 to $20 plus shipping on this one. It has a nice floral Hawaiian pattern on it too. This used to be a good brand, Yada Golf Club. Shout out Caleb for kind of letting me know on one of my Instagram stories that they're selling these at TJ Maxx brand new for $17. So while this was only a couple bucks, I decided to actually get it because of the size. We'll see what happens to the market. So hopefully I'll get this listed and be able to get 10 to 15 plus shipping on it. But you used to be able to get $30 plus shipping on Yada Golf Club stuff until it started to be sold at TJ Maxx. When you go to TJ Maxx or Kohl's and you noticed brands like Grayson, things that you pick up in thrift stores and used to get excited about, and now they're being sold at, discount retailers, that's usually a sign that the market is about to tank in those items. Because if the general public can get those items new, why would they buy them used for more money? It's just kind of like what Goodwill's doing now, trying to get more than retail for some of their items. This is a cool vintage golf vest by Nike. When you see a tag like this, that is a vintage Nike tag. You're going to want to pick it up. This was half off, so $6.50. Should be able to get $20 plus shipping on that. Very nice. This is something you should be picking up, especially in the shirts, which is tap out. Anything tap out. Usually they're like all over print or their big logo tap out on the front of their hoodies go for like 30, 40, 50 bucks. I thought maybe I can get 20 plus shipping on this one since it doesn't really have any cool graphics on it. But this is a tap out extra large men's full zip hoodie. And I was like, all right, let's go. But look out for the tap out long sleeve shirts that have, you know, much more print on it. Those go for $50 plus shipping. This is a new with tags Athleta corduroy pants. These were just being put out on a new rack, and them being new with tags, they were hard to pass up. Let's see, they have so under the material tag, again, you want to look at your material tag and then you want to flip it over and there's a little tag there. And you're like, huh, what is that? Check it out. It's got a style code on it. This is so hard to show, but there is a style code on that tag, and you want to type in Athleta and the style code into Google, and it's going to give you the exact name if the tag doesn't say it already. Sometimes that happens and helps save you time. But do it and see what happens. You will be able to describe your items better when it comes to making your titles. All right, I'm going to speed things up here. This is a Seattle Mariners soft shell jacket. Like I said, I'm picking up all sports stuff. A really nice jacket there by Majestic. Got that. This is a Marmot soft shell men's jacket in a good size large. Nice heavy duty with a removable hood here. So yeah, very nice jacket there. Decided to pick it up. Stocking up on jackets. This is also a golf jacket, a Nike Storm Fit vented jacket in a nice size extra large. Probably be able to get $20 plus shipping on that one as well. This is another vintage Nike men's vest, pullover golf vest. Decided to pick it up. Oh, it says Huskies, Cornhuskers. So it's a Nebraska Cornhuskers vintage Nike vest. This is a new one. I passed this up a lot. Vintage jeans black. If you type it into eBay and look up these jeans and filter from used and then active to sold, I think this has almost a 50% sell-through rate in these jeans. They don't sell for a ton of money, typically around $20, $25. But vintage jeans black, look it up and maybe pick it up for a couple bucks. This is another great brand, Flax. It is, I think, generally a women's brand. This is a 100% linen button-up shirt jacket thing. Don't pick up a ton of women's anymore, but I saw this rolled out on a new rack and I was like, I'm picking that up for $5. That should go for $30 plus shipping. People say, oh, should I pick up Columbia? It's like you don't want to be picking up any Columbia, but Columbia Titanium. This is a men's fishing vest. I decided to pick it up. If it was just a regular branded Columbia vest, I wouldn't pick it up, but since it's titanium, it adds a little bit more value to it. This is a brand I wouldn't be spending a ton of money for. It's a Kohl's brand, Croft & Barrow, but it's a new with tags, button-up Croft & Barrow, the Quick Dry shirt. You want to look for Quick Dry. It's more of a performance-y vented shirt, and it's a 2 extra big, so I should be able to get $20 plus shipping on that. Even used, they're worth picking up for a couple bucks. This is a men's rag and bone. Come on. Rag and bone jeans for men. Nice. Should be able to find that. Should be able to get 25 plus shipping, maybe 30 plus shipping on that. Another Columbia item. You don't just want to pick up any Columbia, but when you can find Columbia interchange, and especially in a bigger size like that, 2X, that means it's a 2 extra big for big and tall sizes. It's just a fleece jacket. So should be able to get $20 plus shipping on that, and it should sell quickly. This is a vintage grumpy Disney Letterman jacket. Paid $8, so paid $4 for this. You know, you're going to want to look for like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. I think they make all types of varieties. Just rough look at the comps. I think I should be able to get $40 to $60 for this jacket here. So a nice find there. And I think the coolest find didn't even come from a thrift store. It came from the Goodwill bins. And this is week number 2 of finding a $100 plus sweater. This is a, before I say it, do you know who wore this? in the 90s and in the 80s. Indiana basketball vintage Adidas sweatshirt. The person who most famously wore this was Coach Bobby Knight, one of the best college basketball coaches in history. And little did I know then, I was like, oh, cool, I'll pick this up. This is a cool vintage Adidas sweater. And then I looked it up, and then I was like, oh, Phil Knight wore this a lot when he was coaching early on in his career. So I used that, Bobby Knight. What am I saying? So Bobby Knight, I believe, famous coach for basketball in Indiana. Very cool, very cool. So I probably paid, what, $1.50 a pound, maybe $2-3 for this. Really good shape, no holes, no stains, just sitting there at the bins. Rough estimate comps are like $100 to $150. So that was a cool find at the bins. Starting to incorporate one trip a week at the bins and just being able to source the best items possible. So I want to be able to bring more value every week for you guys. Basic bread and butter items that are going to help a lot of beginners transform their business. If you go back to my videos 3, 4, 5 months ago, my sales were on a slow decline because I was not focusing on putting the best items in my store as I possibly could. Now I'm putting 40 hours of my week that I spend doing this resale business, 30 of those hours are spent sourcing. So if you can put a bunch of effort into the input of sourcing, going out more often, you're gonna have a greater chance of finding better items. So I encourage you guys, if you're struggling with sales right now, just put a little bit more effort in the front end, and then the back end should take care of itself. As long as you're listing those items you're sourcing. If you guys want some free resources, you could check out linked below. We have a free reseller community. I would love to see you there, and it's honestly probably the best way that you can get a hold of me because I'm not checking Facebook or Instagram as often as I did in time past. So I appreciate you guys. If you have comments or questions, reach out down below, and have a blessed rest of the day. Peace.